Panchayat. Let's see what it is. So today DAO means, what does DAO means today? A token, a Discord server, a Telegram, and at most a snapshot profile. That's it. And did we miss something? Did we? Oh yes. What about hosting events? What about inclusion? What about life outside those Discord channels? What about engagements? What about friends? Your friend in staying in a remote area can't be joining your meetups every day, right? So what's the solution?
So the solution that we have come up with is a sort of 2D metaverse game whereby members of the DAO can actually interact with each other and actually make proper connections. We have spoken to a few people amongst our own fellows who have been like part of DAOs, and the one major thing that they seem to be the problem is that apart from work, they don't really interact or know each other. And that's kind of a problem with any community, right? So we're trying to make like a sort of fun space where like members of the DAO who own the NFTs for the DAO, they'll be able to interact with each other, and the people who can't, who don't own the NFTs, they'll be able to get a taste of like how the DAO feels and like how the people in the DAO are. So, yeah, it's YouTube. Just give it a second.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the 2D metaverse that we were talking about, and essentially, yeah, it's going to be the token gated this big ass block there. That's going to be blocking the people who don't have the NFT, and everyone else will be able to go through that. As you can see, since this person has access to that NFT, they're able to enter into that space. So a bunch of the creator and the people who own the NFT, they'll be able to interact in that space. And apart from that, there's also a video and audio call feature, which we have integrated. So the non-NFT holders will also be able to interact with each other. That brings about a new sort of engagement. And there'll be various NFT displays, and people will be essentially able to play games and just hang out. That's the major purpose of the DAO. And as for adoption, since right now we were looking at creators as a really big market for this, because any DAO, creators are essentially communities, right? And for marketing to communities, the people need to know about Web3. So a way for adoption that we thought of is start off with Web2, like centralized tokens. It has nothing to do with Web3, but also provide them with the option to use Web3 as and when they're willing to adopt. And that we think will provide a community which we can later on educate and get them to use Web3 eventually.
Sorry for suggestions.
Huh?
Oh, no, okay. So we have a roadmap. For the initial plan, we have bringing up more engagement activities, like doing these NFT gallery shows, or async live streaming, like a creator can do exclusive live stream asynchronously with all the fans sitting in the metaverse itself, and some adding more games like chess. And we have talked to the Jayesh, who presented like Samrajya DAO, and for his game like in the hosting in the metaverse itself. So, and we want to create more creator centric features. Also, one of the DAO person in the fellowship itself has come up to us that they want some features like selective rendering, where only people of like their choice, some kind of traits only rendered to their perspective. So we are working on that feature as well. And we also have a plan to onboard existing Web2 creators initially, and later move them into our Web3 ecosystem, right? So open for question answer.
See for this is one thing which would really make people enter the metaverse?
Okay, first thing is we got insights about how boring these Discord servers are. First of all, increasing the engagement and inclusiveness. Like at the moment, we see big, gated projects like PAYC that happens in the yard. Everyone cannot from each part of the world can travel, so it reduces the inclusivity in the DAO itself. So one is that. Another is like
So what I mean is, what do you see if I sign up? What do you see me doing inside the metaverse?
hang out.
Attending, okay, hanging out with people.
Yeah. Yeah, and there are like more gamification we are adding it, like restricted auctions. Like at the moment you say you hold this NFT, you are able to get the early access to these things. So that can happen in the our platform itself.
Got it.
Yeah.
So just one thing, when you think about making this more horizontal versus very specifically focused on DAOs, anything that you're specifically solving for DAOs here, any features there that you're building that make you want to focus on DAOs in your customer acquisition and GTM as well, versus say any other, like it could be like a gaming streamer community who could also use this on top of their Discord.
Right. So that's kind of the Web 2 to Web 3 point that I had made earlier, which is in creator spaces and even in gaming communities, it's people don't even know how to use MetaMask, right? So it would make sense for us to have a sort of gating, and that would be associated with, say, how active the particular fan is in case, like for the creator, like with their social handles or be it YouTube or whatever. And those people will get access to this token gated thing, but it won't be really a token, it'll be a centralized entity. But for adoption, we will provide an option for them to like use Web3 features as and when they get comfortable, or as and when we manage to educate them about it. But till then, a centralized thing would make more sense for such creators or gamers per se.
One quick point of feedback. Just pick one domain and then just go deep in it, right? So either solve for the coordination problem in DAOs. So for example, this could be a place where weekly DAO meetings happen with certain rooms dedicated to certain functions within that, or make it entirely a social-led experience where you come and have fun, right? The thing you don't want is to mirror the confusion of a Discord channel onto this, where it's not entirely clear what is it that I'm coming on for. And I think that ties to what Pareen was saying as well, right? What do you expect me to do when I come here? So like either pick and solve what pain point you want to solve in terms of how DAOs are operating on Discord today, and lean deeper into that versus necessarily trying to be a little bit for everything. So you
Got it. Yeah.
Thank you.